What an opening! What a welcome back for me, you guys. I come back. I missed you so much, you guys. Like, our week was very long. I can see you guys are going on and on about Mnqobi's vocals, about this handsome chocolate man, and I'm thinking I'm just gonna come and take that shine. Take it, baby girl. Take it, baby girl. Hey, welcome to Music Connections with Pam. This is Pamela Jejane, and you are watching Music Connections with Pam on a beautiful Sunday. I just quickly want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers watching us today. We love and appreciate you, mothers of Music Connections. We are coming as well. Yeah. I am so blessed and so honored. I am shaking because my party is sitting next to me. Yay. And more than a party, a great Mnqobi mother next to me. Where do I start? What do I do?
That's so funny. Is this formal? Like, are we going to laugh a lot? No, I don't.
Welcome to Music Connections.
Yeah, well,
we are so honored to have you here.
Thank you
for honoring the call, and I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you. I'm trying to look like, I take a shower.
Come on. We thank you for honoring that. Because you can't just show up. Uncle Saya is wearing a set today, looking so good. Hello, Uncle.
For the mothers.
For the mothers. We love you, mothers.
Happy Mother's Day to you in advance.
Oh, yes.
Come on, in advance.
Receive.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
And this is commemorating flowers.
Triplets.
Hey! God forbid. But it may not be such a bad thing. When my God see,
guys, welcome. Please stay tuned. It's gonna be an amazing session already. I can feel it. I'm gonna quickly do the verse of the day and then we get straight into it. Today we are reading on Revelations verse 7 or chapter 7 from verse 13 to verse 17. So if we're hey, I can't. Then one of the elders asked me, these in white robes, who are they? And where did they come from? I answered, Sir, you know. And he said, these are they who have come out of the great tribulation. They have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Therefore, they are before the throne of God and serve him day and night in his temple. And he who sits on the throne will shelter them with his presence. Never again will they hunger, never again will they thirst. The sun will not beat down on them, nor any scorching heat. For the Lord at the center of the throne will be their shepherd. He will lead them to springs of living water, and God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. I felt this verse was good because today we are talking about mental health. I do not know what it means to you when you hear the term mental health, but there is so much that goes or that revolves around the term mental health, and a lot of us just need to constantly be reminded about the grace of God, about the love of God, because kodwa his love and his grace remains the same. So today Mnqobi is going to share with us what he knows about mental health, and we just want to also celebrate and today is time of remembrance and reconciliation. Me, now when I had reconciliation, I thought, you know what, peace. And Music Connections is about love, is about peace, is about giving hope. So anything that revolves around that, we celebrate and honor that space. So today is World Reconciliation and Remembrance Day. So do stay around, stay tuned, because we are going to take your questions and comments later for Mr. Nxumalo. If you have anything that you want to find out about mental health, about overcoming fear, about everything, depression, anything you want to find out. It is a topic that is not spoken about. Every person shies away from it. But Two Music Connections goes deep in the things that nobody talks about. And we bring them to you for free because we love you. We are digging in the industry, and stick around because you are going to see and hear more things. Excuse my nails. Hello, Mnqobi.
She just wanted people to know. Why? Excuse me. Wow. We allow you. We allow you. It's just to be allow you.
I
didn't even see you.
Yes. But I know ladies are watching.
Oh yeah.
We are like,
it's fine. It happens. It happens to everybody.
Thank you for allowing me, guys. Welcome, gentlemen. It's so good to have you around.
Thank you.
And they say, Onadi. I go show.
Like she's looking at us like, yeah, like she keeps going. In the bed.
Thank you. So much love.
Thank you.
Okay, let me quickly see. Oh, we have so many people watching today. I can't see all the comments from the beginning, but I can see Lois is in the house, Malebo is in the house, Lewahang is in the house. Look at these handsome men. Party. Hey guys, been waiting since we are in the house. Isabello, Luyanda Lu, who else? Kali Monyana is here. Malebo, I did mention you. Hey, there's so many people. Hey, Mary, Tulufela, not your sister.
Oh, for real?
Kenny Mangolas, Pumelele, Lisho Honolo, Refill. Okay, Nelly Silmahan. Hello, sis Nels. Keep the love going, guys. You know what we do. You know what we do. Share the things and tell everybody.
I was just thinking I'm sharing now.
Yeah?
Yes,
Because it's
going
down.
Yes. Okay.
I'm like going to bullies.
That is good. That is something nice. It doesn't count because it's too hectic.
Now you are sitting on the blue car.
Yes, come on.
How does it feel?
It feels very honorable for me.
Amen.
I never thought I would see myself on this couch. But yeah, the Lord has done. Won't He do it?
Won't He? Will He not?
Please, we have come to the point that says, tell us more. Tell us more about Nxumalo. Who is Nxumalo?
Yo.
That's a big one.
Yeah, yo. First of all, Sanbona. Thank you so much for the love. I love you back. We love you back, and we appreciate that you're able to come spend your time with us. I am Nxumalo, a young man. I'm old now.
An old man.
Yeah, I'm an old man now. I used to be I'm a Nxumalo, a young man from. Now I'm a gently old man from Mpangeni. I'm 32 years of age.
Wow.
I love the Lord. I'm born again. Born of a single mother. I need to say this because it's Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mama!
Woman power, womanla. Other than that, I'm a young man who loves the Lord, and I am one of the people who possess a lot of talents. I've never put it like that until I realized I'm actually a man of many talents, and it took me to acknowledge them to become a better person at doing what I do. So I'm a man of many talents, many characters. Your smile is saying yes, I know the other one there. Yeah, so I'm a man of many characters. I love to work. I love making music. I'm a producer. I'm a recording artist. I'm a musical director. I'm a vocal coach, and I'm a technical news editor. And I've just got love for all things creativity. I saw when people were talking about fashion sense, so anything that says creativity, be it video design, clothing design, dressing, music, video technology, photography, anything that has to do with my eyes, my ears, and my mouth, those three senses, I'm that guy. So and I just love doing laugh. I love people. I love networking with people. I love being around different energies, and also I've got other loves like I'm a bit stubborn, and I like to do legalities of things. I've got a publishing company, and I love to play with brains, mentalities. I think that's obviously why I'm here. So anything that has to do with the brain, I know how to feel. The only thing I haven't done is probably just hypnotize someone.
I'm sure you are coming.
Yeah, but I'm interested by a lot of things. I live a wide range and a spectrum of life, and I guess that's who I am in a nutshell. And also I love God. I'm so much more. I don't know how to put it. I'm so much more radical about Christ than I look, than I behave, than I sound.
Sure.
But if you were to get to know me at a personal level, you really realize that this is a spiritually dangerous man, if I may put it like that, but in a good way. So I've done a lot of things that I think a lot of people haven't done. I've traveled to a lot of places that a lot of people haven't traveled to, but none of that is in my power. That is all designed by God, and that's what He planned for my life. I daily thank Him for the human being that I am, because literally Mnqobi is who God is. Yeah. Like when I look at God, when I look at the mirror and I see myself, I'm like, surely this is God. Sure. I mean, look at me. Hey. But not even in a bad way. Not in a bad way. But by the fact that I look well taken care of. I may not be rich. I may not have everything in the right space. Absolutely. But I am intact. When I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, surely there's no ways God doesn't exist. I mean, look at what He's made. I mean, look at you. And that's how I see God as. I'm in that so much depth about my relationship with God, and He defines who I am. So Singati, when you say defining Mnqobi, I count all these other things, but the core of who Mnqobi is the true reflection of who God is. So I'm just a reflection of God, and whatever that you see Mnqobi as is a reflection of what God has created.
I love it.
Yeah.
Sure. That is powerful. Yeah. That is powerful. It takes so much to understand and to know yourself like that.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Thank you for that. Nice to meet you, Mnqobi. Mphathi. I hope you guys are watching. Now you know Mphathi.
I forgot one thing. I love to laugh.
A lot.
I know a lot of people think I'm mean and I'm talking. I'm always like, no, I love to laugh. So yeah.
You will see that side today.
We hope.
It's good to be in the presence of the Lord.
Oh, what do you do?
Guys, that was Nxumalo, our guest for today on Music Connections. If you are watching and you're not commenting, I still see you and I appreciate you. Do stay around because we are going to get into the topic now. And I'm going to take your questions and comments later. But Mnqobi is just going to sing. We're going to play a game. He's still going to sing some more, create some music for us. So, but before I move, I just want to thank Utando Macapella for holding the fourth last week. It was beautiful. Thank you, my love. I appreciate it. And thank you guys for staying in as well. And to Maya, you were a great guest. I appreciate you guys. And in the back. Okay. So, nice to meet you.
What is that? What?
Oh, baby, so crazy. Oh my God.
Like, what happened?
Did you see last match?
Oh wow. So that is my cue. To take this jacket off in the name of Jesus.
He's been trying to take it off
It's not even.
before it even started. He wanted it off.
It's not even the pillow.
I'm over it.
Oh
Let's
my
hide the
God.
white one. Okay, maybe the white
The
one.
white.
Mnyama vele so hey.
Oh, crazy, man.
Alright. Okay, let's get into it.
Yeah.
You'll probably have something planned out after that. Hey man. There's this thing that's going around that way. I said a sad generation with happy pictures and stuff like that. And I think that is just, I don't like that statement. But also I think it speaks about what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
We are covering up.
Yeah.
And a lot of us are going inside and there's so much going on. Older generation. So I want to ask Uguti, I've already mentioned that we're talking about mental health. What comes to mind when you think about mental health, when you hear the term mental health?
I think for me, mental health is just in two ways: the ability to control your brain and your inability to control your brain. You know, but inability for me stems from you allowing it to go spiral. You know, or for you to allow it to stay there if you find yourself there. So for me, mental health speaks of teaching your brain how to behave, learning how to bring it back and how to make sure that you protect yourselves from things that trigger it. So for me, mental health literally just means the life and death of the brain. You know, so, and whatever defines the health percentage of your brain is defined by what you eat, who you are, who you spend your time with, and all of these other things that define the human being that you become. So basically, your surrounding holistically. So mental health is a very serious thing. So me, I've got a fear of just brains that can't work, you know, so I'm 100% extra cautious that I don't find myself there again. And so it's a whole level of protection of what goes in, what goes out, what do I process, you know, what do I chuck out, and how do I learn to chuck it out? How long is it going to take it for me to change the way I think, you know? So anything that has to do with your brain is your central processing unit. If your brain doesn't work, there's nothing else that can work, you know? So you can have your brain stop for 2 seconds and then you can stay alive. But hardly you will find a person who has a reset brain and they can remember anything. Or they can move their body, you know? So for me, mental health just means that one extremely important tool to achieve anything. I mean, imagine, is there anything that you think we could have created without a brain? you know. So it's a whole life, like it's a whole situation. Anything that you see in this life, when you open your eyes, your brain is able to process that, but also there's a certain brain that was able to make it. So the brain is live.
Beautiful finish. The brain.
It's live. Yeah.
So basically, to be in control of your brain, like to be able to control it, and I like what you're saying, what you take in, and sort of, and how long you're keeping it there for, and if you decide to take it out, what you're checking out, and so you're sort of in control of what is happening in your brain, in your mind. Wow, I didn't see it that way. Thank you for that. So now what you just said leads me to a different question that I want to ask. What would you say are the causes of anxiety? And since you mentioned Uguti, then you have to be in control of what you're checking out. So like, you know what is good for your brain and what is not good for your brain. And so what do you think are the causes? You probably touched on that already. If you can maybe just go in depth. And once you are there, how do you deal with it? And also how to avoid being
anxiety is caused by a lot of things. I think one most important thing for me is being unable to control certain aspects of your life. So by that you could think emotionally. If you're not able to control your emotions, you know, if you're not an intelligent an emotionally intelligent person, obviously your emotions are always out of control. The way you think, the way you process things, the people that you hang out with, the stuff that you watch on TV, you know, anything that is potentially detrimental to your to the well-being of your spiritual man is definitely going to do something to your physical man. You know, so and the place it attacks first is the brain. Brain is not caused by the heart, it's not caused by the chest. But that's the first place where you actually get to feel it, you know. It's just that your thoughts are kind of racing. They race, they increase the speed. Next thing, you can't process them, and then that makes you anxious. And then you build up some sort of terror, or depending on the emotion you're feeling at the time. It's either guilt, it's either sadness, it's either, you know, anything else that's negative and detrimental to your body. So it makes your heart shoot up. It increases your pulse. You start getting chest pains, you know. And then there's a chemical aspect of it, your hormones. You know, what do you eat? What does it make you feel? You know, certain foods do certain things to your body. They trigger certain things. Sometimes it just triggers heartburn, and then you're thinking, oh, I'm getting an anxiety attack, and then you actually get into one. You know, yes, that's why sometimes it's something that you speak or something that you think you become. So sometimes if you are thinking I'm in trouble, you feel like you're in trouble, you know. If you think today I'm going to walk out and have a happy day, you actually have a happy day, you know. So anything that you condition your brain to believe and to become, you know, once you are still able to get to a point where you are able to decipher, okay, this is a negative thought, this is a positive thought, I can indulge on this and I cannot indulge on that. One thing about anxiety also is that it stems from anger, from ukusaba, from low self-esteem. Sometimes it's experience, sometimes it's cooling. Sometimes, let's say you were given birth by a mother who was suffering from it. You can actually have it transferred as well. You know, so it comes in different ways. So it either comes by experience, it comes by how you were born or how you were raised, or a certain experience. You know, it could be just one experience. Maybe you are driving in the road and then maybe you get hijacked, God forbid. You know, you know, when you're sitting at home and you're watching a movie and you see a gun, chances are if you have not dealt with it properly, you are going to have an anxiety attack or whatever that your brain perceives as. So sometimes also your brain doesn't have a full ability of deciphering, okay, this is potentially just a false alarm, and this is that's why a heart attack feels like a real heart attack. Even if it's not, if it's heartburn and it feels like anxiety, you're actually going to have an anxiety attack. So sometimes you must tell your brain, okay, brain, this is not an anxiety attack. It looks like one, you know, and then speak to yourself, okay, what is it that my brain struggles with? So if one makes me panic, okay, I'm gonna put it. So brain, every time we feel like we're panicking, we are gonna identify one and say it is not one.
Okay.
So let me make it practical. I guess it's mhlawumbe uke washayiswa imoto before. Every time mawubona imoto uzocross irobot, you remember the accident.
Yes.
Immediately when you remember the accident, your brain tells you ukuthi le moto ezayo has a potential ukuthi izongishayisa. Even if it's not going to do that, so all of a sudden you have a fear of it. Ne? So speak to yourself and say, okay, today we are going to go and stand by the robot. Any car that's coming my direction is not going to hit me, and everyone who's in there is a driver. So they are going to see me, they are going to brake, and they are going to swerve, right? So every time you come across that situation, you are like, okay, this car is not going to hit me. Brain, this is not what you think it is. It looks like it. There's a car, there's me here, there's the robot. I know it looks like the day that happened, but it is not it. It is just a replica of it. When you train your brain like that, every time you come across something like that, your brain will always remember what it. There's now situations where it's not the actual situation. It just looks like it. It feels like it, and it's potentially the same thing, but it is not.
So it takes training your brain.
It takes training your brain, and it takes a really long time. Unfortunately, it's not everyone who is able to. There's people who like have an anxiety attack, they can't breathe, they faint, and they do blah 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 blah. Of course, that needs a lot of psychological support and clinical support. I'm one person who believes in both spiritually and clinical, and I've proven both. However, though, you must also just identify which. So the clinical part is meant to boost what you are already doing. So basically at the clinic, what they do is that they are just helping you navigate. They are helping navigate you towards the direction where you are going to be able to start deciphering things yourself. We can all agree that depression, anxiety, and all these mental things, one thing that they do is that you have a certain trigger and then your brain speeds up. And you are no longer able to process thoughts, So as long as you can train yourself to sort of slow yourself down, calm down, process the way you think, it really does a lot. If it doesn't heal you completely, it really gives you like a really big recovery.
So would you say that's spiritual? That's the spiritual part of it.
I personally think it's the best of both. The truth is that we are spiritual beings just trapped in bodies,
Exactly.
So the spiritual one I would rank higher. Is the most important one. God has not given us the spirit of fear and of power and of sound. I don't think that verse is there just but it's there to serve a certain purpose, and in such purposes because really, like I said, it ends out, it comes from fear. It comes from not having a sound mind, and it just comes from akekho umuntu on a depression or anxiety on a peace. There's just those moments where you were like, I'm all over the place. And if you can just get to untangle yourself, and it's Jesus and it's God really who untangles you, but also you have to meet him halfway. Every time he untangles you, don't go back and entangle yourself, because the truth is that so not in that sense, but the truth is that most of the stuff that we find ourselves stuck in are things that we introduced ourselves to, or things that we exposed ourselves to. Except izinto zalebules, or situations that you just came across in life and they defined and they changed who you could be. But the truth is that if you are able to just decipher who you are, decipher what you want, decipher what makes you sad, decipher how you can change it, and how you can make life much more simpler, much more bearable, and much more easier to go through, I really think it's something that's beatable. So it really also just doesn't depend on you just being a zombie and say, okay, I always have anxiety attack. I accept that I have them. I know people who are just happy to have anxiety attacks. And it stems from different things. Some people are like happy to get the attention that they get at the time.
Yes.
So sometimes it comes with being a narcissist. If you're not getting the attention that you desire, it makes you feel irrelevant. It makes you feel like, I need to find other things that are going to feed me that energy. And if you can't get it, then it starts shooting you up. Now you feel like life is not going the way you want. You feel like, I don't like my job. You start sucking basically about everything, So if you could always try to get yourself in a space where you are on the positive at all times. I know that being anxious and having depression always navigates you to the negative side, but it starts somewhere. You are not just born into the negative side, it grows, you pile it up. There's something that you are going through. There's a person that you're keeping around you that keeps piling it up, and then one day you fall into the trap, So if you just make sure that if you've already built quite a bulk for yourself, chip it down one by one, you know, cut those habits, cut those people, you know, go to different places, do different things.
Do you feel it coming for you to be able to then?
Definitely,
Okay.
definitely. You know, it just takes for you to be able to see through it. You know, believe before it comes. You know, that's what the Bible instructs us. You know, that's the spiritual part. Speak it as if you see it. You know, faith is you know the what we are called before into born. Like it's an evidence before you even see it. You know, and I know that a lot of people that are depressed. Okay, first of all, let me make a disclosure that I've been depressed. I've had depression. I've had anxiety. And I am completely healed.
Amen.
I've been healed for 2 years.
Amen.
Okay, I'm going for my 2nd year. Okay, I ain't cried for nothing.
Hallelujah.
I ain't been sad for nothing.
On that note,
I've been just happy in the blood of Jesus. But anyway,
praise the Lord. Were you
Yes.
done?
no, I wasn't done.
Okay.
Let's get back, everybody.
Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it.
Yes, you said.
Okay, so as long as a human being you are able to ungdlala yonke into and be able to process things one by one. It's like a grocery list, you know. When you don't have a grocery list and you go into a mall and uyaphuma uyangena ushintsha ama-aisle, but if you have a list uyazi ukuthi ngiqala la ngidlula la when I get to the end I go to the end and then I go to the tin, right? So set a list for yourself. Bhala phansi ukuthi okay, these are the things I don't like, these are the things I like. How do I feel good? What makes me feel good? What makes me feel sad? You know, what are the things that always make me feel like, you know, what are the things that make me break out from the thing? Write a list, you know? And every time you go through a different phase of how you think and your emotional stability, just go back to the list, revisit the list and see what can I change? You know, what did I write in the wrong place? You know, it helps you decipher and really get to the cause of your problem, because the truth is that everybody who's suffering from this thing has something underlying. You know, you are not just randomly depressed out of nowhere. You have something underlying. You have an unresolved problem. You have a trauma. You have a spiritual problem. You are possessed. You know, but surely, there is definitely something that's going on. And I will tell you one thing. I know that a lot of people say we can't be really spiritual about depression. You know, when you are going through depression and then you call your mother and you say, my boy, I taught you how to pray. That's all I will give you, you know. And Tina, we want to sulk and say, no, I need pills. They help me go through the day. I made a call like that to my mother. And my mother said the same thing. The only difference was that I believed and it happened. You know, and that for me does not take away from the fact that the other method worked, because I've tried the other method before. The only difference was that the other method I had to go back again and again.
Okay.
The other method that worked for me just died, and it happened once, and I've never gone back again.
Amen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amen.
It is possible. Do not sit there in the dark.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that you're not disregarding the other methods, because if people believe that they're helping or they're working for them, then go for it. But I've heard a lot of people that are saying antidepressants are killing, like they really make you feel weak, you make you feel more weak, you feel more tired. So I think
like everything that you overdo, too much of anything is bad. Of course it's good to heal something, but surely because it's a chemical, it's damaging something else. You know? Oh, but the blood of Jesus. It wipes it all at once. No after effects.
That's what's telling you.
Oh, come on.
What two more? You comment is shangs is Empower game. Empower game.
I'm so glad there's no rehearsal tomorrow, because this adjustment we have to make.
So this game is called. Thank you for sharing that. Number one, we still have a long way to go, but yes, thank you. We are halfway in. You touched on a lot of things, and I can see a lot of people are taking notes and they're relating and they're learning something. So this game is called My Word, Your Song.
Whoa.
You take 3 words. I think you've played this thing before. You take 3. You create a song.
Okay. Whoa! Lord Jesus.
I'm grateful.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's because I'm English.
Yes.
Zulu and English.
Okay, my first word is purpose. Second one, umsebenzi. Third one, delight.
Please excuse my cough, you guys. There's just something.
I think let it
I'm
out.
gonna shoot again. I can't. It's not gonna go any. And
Are you sure?
What?
Yeah.
The
Shut
cough?
up. It might
I
just...
will shoot out.
I should have brought you ginger and echina foods. I've got everything in the
I
car.
do have
There we go.
all those things.
But also, I think it's
There
recovery.
we go.
No,
It's
people
like-
must just
It's
allow you
recovery.
when you are recovering. You
Ooh.
cough. You cough anywhere. Church, singing, stage, TV, everywhere. It's a cough for everybody.
Thank you, Patty. Patty said it.
Okay. Oh, I know. I think I already got a song. So, delight, purpose, umsebenzi. What key is that? Sir, please put me in A flat.
Come on. Ah, Jesus.
It's a delight to serve your purpose.
Okay. Oh, four. Oh, he's giving
It's
me
a
numbers, guys.
delight. Oh, when I'm 70, walk home.
Give me numbers, guys.
Yeah.
It's the first answer there.
It's a delight to serve for your purpose. Because my purpose serves your umsebenzi wakho. Owenziwa yimi umsebenzi wakho. Uzowenziwa yimi umsebenzi wakho.
Hey.
Uzowenziwa yimi as I serve my purpose.
This is too easy for you.
Don't delete this live. This is a new song. We are going to record this song.
We do that all the time, though.
Are you serious? Yes!
It's going to the Music Connections repertoire, darling.
Yes, I agree.
Don't record it before.
I won't record it, it's fine.
Now Mnqobi uzorelease single kusasa athi umsebenzi wakho. Please don't do it.
No, I won't do it. I promise. I won't do it. I promise. I won't do it.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
What was I thinking? I'm gonna give you 10 songs, 10 words now so that you can do it. What was I thinking? 3 words clap for you. Well done. That was beautiful. Let me see what my people are saying. Ooh, I have been gone for a while.
If we go for one.
Yeah, no.
I will start from Nxumalo, which is the first person I can see now. Welcome back, Sis Pam, looking beautiful as always. Thank you, my Loisy. That walk, Pam. I didn't even see it. Thanks, Mama. Mama, you was a booty. Tandem keys and like you look amazing, baby. Thank you, my lovey. Tandem, my company.
Hosting you. Hosting
I'm getting it, man. I need to put in a game because I need to process this information. Like the whole time, it's like you're like, what Pam on you guys like, you know? What Pam is like this. Oh man, because when you get all the peace and all the joy, I'm doing a shaking. Oh, Nxumalo in the house, ladies and gentlemen. If you just joined us, this is Nxumalo on Patuamu. We are talking about anxiety and mental health, which is like depression and anxiety. And it's Mother's Days, we still see you mothers, we still appreciate you. Keep it going. I'm gonna read your comments after this game. I'm gonna read your questions and everything. So I marked Lebo's question. I'm gonna start from it and go down. But I'm gonna take about 3 questions because we are running out of time. But I think we have touched
unless there's a lot of important
questions. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yup.
Thank you. You just said it. We'll just run through the game and then we get to the questions because I need them answered.
Another song?
Same. Yes.
Izulu. Siyabonga. Oh, yeah. Oh, King. Okay, Izulu. Siyabonga. King. Okay.
Thanks, Lebo, for these words,
Alright.
baby girl.
Siyabonga.